Hey, what's up? I'm Rob. Welcome to Man vs. Pin, the show where I find amazing looking pins online and put them to the test. Antique mirrors. Now these things look pretty amazing. Unfortunately, it takes like 20 million years for them to antiquify and look that way. So when I saw this pin on how to do it to a new mirror in like 15 minutes, I decided to accept the challenge. Here we go. Alright, the first and most important thing that you'll need for this project is a mirror. I got this one at Goodwill the other day for a whopping $7. Pretty good deal. The rest of the supplies I got at my local hardware store and include chemical gloves, because you're going to be working with some serious Breaking Bad type chemical shit, a respirator or face mask, some black spray paint, a really good stripper.
A stripper?
Paint stripper. That is, not that kind of stripper. Along with that, a putty knife, a spray bottle, and the super poisonous and toxic muriatic acid, which they use to clean swimming pools, which you then swim in. It was kind of difficult not to feel like I was gathering supplies for a meth lab, but once I got past that, I was fine. The first thing I did was remove the mirror backing. This is sometimes as easy as a piece of paper or more difficult, like these staples, which you have to be careful of not slicing your hand off trying to remove, like this. Once removed, you'll be left with just your mirror, which has a backing of paint on it. Now, I took my paint stripper and applied a nice even coat over the entire thing. I left it to set for about 15 minutes and then with my putty knife tried to carefully scrape off the paint. From my understanding, this paint was just supposed to turn to mush and scrape right off. That didn't happen. So I applied another coat. Waited 15 minutes and tried again. This time I got some paint off, but there must be like 5 coats of paint on this thing, which is kind of annoying. Either that or the stripper that I got sucks. After one more coat, I was finally able to get things going, but it was pretty difficult. And at this point, everything was slipping and sliding all over the place, and my patience for this project kind of began to grow weak. Eventually, this just turned into one big mess. Putty knives flying all over the place, mirrors slipping, and then this happened. Wait for it. 3, 2, the mirror breaks. You mirror, you. 7 years of bad luck, here we come. At this point I was about to give up, but remembered that I bought these smaller octagon-shaped mirrors at IKEA the other day, so I decided to try my luck with those. I grabbed the stripper and applied a coat to the... Come on, what the f*** is wrong with this can? The nozzle? Shake it up some more? This isn't working. What the f***? Maybe something in the cap here? What the f*** is wrong? Okay, alright, here we go. Finally got it. Once I got the can working again, I applied a coat to the back and let it sit for another 15 minutes. This time, the paint reacted like it was supposed to, and with the putty knife, I easily scraped it off. I applied a little more and wiped the rest of the paint off with a paper towel. Once cleaned, both sides should be reflective like so. Now for the muriatic acid. I applied a few squirts to the back and let it sit for 15 minutes. Apparently, the more concentrated your drops are, the more it eats away. Everything I read told me that this crazy chemical process was supposed to go down and there would be some chemical smoke and a whole bunch of stuff, but nothing like that happened. Not sure if this was because this was a newer mirror or what, but after 15 minutes I didn't see much corrosion or any change really, which made me a little nervous. However, after the 15 minutes was up, I began wiping it off and hallelujah, the mirror base started coming off. With a few more wipes, I finally got my desired outcome. After I cleaned it off, I applied a new coat of paint to the back using some black spray paint. Now I was going to do this to a couple more mirrors, but that can of paint stripper was Dunsky, so I'm going to have to wait. Regardless, this pin worked, and I imagine if you got a mirror without 100 coats of paint on it and some pretty decent stripper, that this would probably work out a lot better. Nonetheless, this worked out regardless, and it looks pretty awesome. That, my friends, was a rough one. If you've got any ideas or suggestions on how to possibly do this better or hassle-free, let me know about them in the comments below. Also, if you see a pin out there that you want me to test out, leave it in the comments below. And we'll see you next time.